Gary, who is our next contestant?
CIA Operation Ajax by Cognito Comics. That's going to be presented by Daniel Berwin, the founder, and Jessica Lynn, the marketing director. And here to introduce them is Dana Oshiro.
How about a big hand for Dana? Come on.
Hi everyone, I'm Dana Oshiro from NetShelter Technology Media, and I am so honored to introduce our next mobile app Showdown entry, Cognito Comics CIA Operation Ajax. On the surface, it's your basic graphic novel about the CIA and the Iranian oil conflict. No brainer, right? But at closer glance, it's an amazing example of how you can marry images, narrative, historical documents, and movies to create a compelling learning experience. If your history teacher had punctuated every major event with moving stories, interactive dossiers, and a suspense-filled soundtrack, wouldn't you have paid more attention? Here to present this amazingly entertaining app is Cognito Comics founder Daniel Berwin.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daniel Berwin. I'm the founder and creative director at Cognito Comics. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how things are changing. As you all know, entertainment is changing. The way we educate ourselves is also changing. But above all, the way we use technology is changing. In a moment here, I'm going to show you an app, as soon as our AV is working, that will show you how we're using technology to tell stories in a new way. So, to fill you in, we're doing a story about Operation Ajax. What is Operation Ajax, you might be wondering? Well, in 1953, the CIA, with the backing of Britain, overthrew Iran's government with a secret coup that forever changed the course of history in the Middle East. It's a story that most of us don't know, but probably should. Buried away in secret documents for almost 60 years, we've decided to bring this story to life by harnessing the power of the iPad to tell this as a graphic novel in new ways. We originally set out to create a printed graphic novel. Our animation style honors the legacy of the printed page, but instead what we've done is we created a dynamic composition that will advance at the touch of your fingers. As you advance the story by tapping the edges of the page, I'm going to wait a second while they catch up to me. It's a little bit hard without the context. I'll just stand here kind of looking. This suit's awesome, isn't it? Thank you. Yeah. This is actually the whole reason I dressed up, was to just stand here, the glasses.
You're doing a great job.
I feel sexy.
Gary and I can recreate the graphic novel for you if you'd like.
If you want to. We can just look at me on the that's spectacular.
Wait, Dan, why don't you quiz Gary about graphic novels?
Graphic novels. What's your favorite graphic novel?
That's a tough one.
Really? Comic book? Superhero?
Superman.
Okay.
Who doesn't love Superman?
Yeah, maybe we can just shoot this. It'd be great to show you guys this. There we go. There's no audio?
Watchmen, by the way, since you asked him.
Spectacular. We're doing great. Okay. Is it on the screen? Fantastic. So what you're witnessing here is a dynamic composition, has a full cinematic score. I really wish you guys could hear it on the speakers. It's totally epic. And what you're seeing is the story unfolds at the tap of the edge of the page. There we go. To slowly expand the narrative into a dynamic experience. And so what you're seeing right here is a fight between Mossadegh, the Iranian prime minister we ended up overthrowing, and the Shah, who we reinstalled in his place. You simply tap the edge to advance the story, and you tap the other edge to go back. Now, what we've done with Operation Ajax, because it's on the iPad, is to go beyond the experience of simply being a graphic novel, or a textbook for that matter. We can actually weave historical documents directly into the narrative, and what you'll see while you read the book is that stars will appear from time to time, allowing you to pull up more contextual information on the story. So in this case, we're going to see a star appear, and when you touch it, you're going to get an actual document relating to the story that pops up that you can manipulate. In this case, it's a royal decree from the Ayatollah Kashani, who is the predecessor of Khomeini, coming out in support of Mossadegh. Objects discovered this way can be manipulated in real time, allowing you to connect more deeply with history. So now we're going to go to another part of the book, and we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the other supplemental content. So again, we're not just using just documents and photos here. This is the iPad. We can embed video. And so now we're going to show you a newsreel of Eisenhower getting elected.
It was election year in America, and Adlai Stevenson, former governor of Illinois, became the standard bearer of an enthusiastic Democratic Party at its Chicago convention. A short time later, the Republican convention met at San Francisco and made short work of its nomination. Their choice by acclamation was President Eisenhower.
And so
As
basically
returns
what we
rolled
have
in
here
on
is we have
election-
actual newsreels that pop up while you're reading the story that deeply connect you to what's going on. There's Eisenhower getting elected. If we go to the file section, please. And so there's a wide roster of different characters in this book, and to keep it easy to track, we created a CIA custom collection of these people's bios in dynamic dossiers. And inside of each of these dossiers are photos and artifacts that you can pull up at the touch of a button.
I thought you guys did a great job in the face of adversity, but I think everybody got the idea. That's really, really great.
Well done. It's a beautiful app. Let's hear it for these guys. Come on. CIA Operation Ajax. I didn't know Superman was your favorite graphic novel, Gary.
He had Archie's in his. He had an Archie comic book in there, which is really the one I love.
Oh, really? More Jughead.